Hi there, it's Ryan G. Wright from DoHardMoney.com. And as we walk by the Wall of Fame here, like I like to call it, people that have made big money doing some real estate deals, saying how great we are. I mean, look at that, awesome, awesome. This is kind of Wall of Fame, but as we walk down the Wall of Fame here, there's a couple of things that come to mind. I get asked real estate questions all the time, and I recently got asked this question: what are subject to deals? And I want to take a few minutes and actually talk about it. A subject to deal is when you're buying the property subject to the current mortgage. So unlike a lot of other things, you can actually sell the property without paying off the loan, which basically means if I come in as an investor and I buy your property, I'm going to buy it subject to the current loan that's there. So I'm actually buying the property with the debt. So I'm going to have to make payments on the debt. If I don't make payments on the debt, then I can end up they can end up foreclosing on the property. So I can literally sell my property without paying off the debt, and whoever's buying that property would have the responsibility of paying the debt. However, it's still going to report to the person's credit, if they're tied to credit, that originally took out the loan. So that's really an important factor. So as a real estate investor, I can buy a property subject to the existing financing, which means I could take over those payments and make those payments and own the property. I've got to be responsible in doing that to make sure I make those payments, and lots of times I like to set it up through an escrow company, but subject to basically means you're buying it subject to the existing mortgage. So there's two things you've got to keep in mind here. Number one, as an investor, this is a great strategy for you to actually buy a property with not putting a lot of money down, take over those payments and make the payments. If you're selling your property and somebody wants you to sell it subject to, you've got to be careful because you're selling the property and they're responsible for making the mortgage payment or the loan payment. But if they don't, it's going to report to your credit. So you've got to be careful with that. But subject to is a great strategy in buying properties where you say, hey, how much money do you really need? Do you have any equity? You don't have any equity. What if I give you $5,000 and take over your current loan? I'll make your monthly mortgage payments. One of the things that I found to be pretty successful in doing this is to actually use an escrow company. And an escrow company means I'll make the payment to an escrow company, and I may even pay a month in advance so that the person who I bought the property has peace of mind. And then the escrow company will pay the taxes, pay the insurance, and make the mortgage payment. And at any time, the person who sold the home can log into the account and see that I've made payments on it, and they can know that things are getting taken care of. So that's a great way to put some peace of mind. As a real estate investor, it's a great way to get into properties without having to find the financing on that, especially if there's little to no money to be had on it, if there's little to no money for the person you're buying the property from. So I'd love to see you do some seller financing or some subject to deals. I hope this has been helpful for you. Hope to see you up here on the Wall of Fame at some time. If we can help you out ever, check us out at DoHardMoney.com and make it a very profitable day.